So this video is going to be basically a Facebook event extended edition, just because it seems like there's still a lot of questions about how to set a Facebook event up, and I've also learned a lot going through, so I wanted to give you a couple of more hints. A lot of the hints and clues that I give you, I'm going to put into a document, and the link to that document will be underneath this video. Besides all of the language that I use for my event, I'm going to put in that document as well, so you can just copy and paste it from there once the video is done, so you don't have to recreate the wheel. There's some tools and different things that I use as giveaways, and I'll go over those very shortly or quickly. But I just wanted to go ahead and let you know that this is going to be a lot more in depth than the last one that I did, so hopefully this will help answer the questions that I've been getting. Okay, so we're going to start at the very beginning. This is your home screen. To get that, you click this button here, and we are going to go over to the left hand side and click on events, and we're going to create an event. Now you can name it whatever you want. Mine was like a launch party, I think. So if you're doing a launch party, or if you're doing a party for somebody else, you're going to go through the same steps whether you're hosting it or the other person is hosting it. So this is, you just title it whatever you want. So I'm just going to, for sake of an example, Sarah's Plexus Party. And then the details, that's all of the information on the party. All the giveaways that you're doing, all the links to your website, anything like that, that's all going to go in here. Now I recommend having this section right here written way before you get to the point where you're going to write, or you're going to create the event, because it just makes it a lot easier to put it together if you already have all of the language written out, because once you start getting down here into the time section, you don't want this to be like something you're continually creating on Facebook. That was a mistake I made. So you want to do it all at one time, which means that you need to have your language written ahead of time, and I have mine saved over in a Word document. So I'm going to open that up. I'm going to copy and paste this language here, and then I'm going to go back over to Facebook, and I'm going to paste that in. Okay, so see how it dropped it all right in. So that's what you want to do. You don't want to waste a whole lot of time in actually creating an event in Facebook to write all this stuff out. You want to have it already ready to go. And like I said, all of this language will be on the website that is just below this video. So there's just the quick thing. You can see it extended the event screen out quite a bit. At a place, I've seen wherever you are. I've seen online. You can write whatever you want. I usually write online so people aren't confused. And then if you were hosting it at someone's house, you would put the address in there. You can see like different things are popping up, and it's popping up like all over the country, like because I was in Dallas a few weeks ago at the convention. Dallas stuff is popping up. So it doesn't matter, but if you are doing it at a person's house, you definitely want to put their address in so everybody knows where it is. And if you're doing it at a person's house as opposed to online, you're going to want to change the privacy from public to just guests or friends of invited guests. You don't want that to be public because you don't want their street address to be out there. But just for online, it doesn't matter. You'll want that to be public. So go ahead and set your date, and I would recommend creating events about 2 days before you want to start them, just for, again, it makes it a lot easier on the planning and creating your events, and Facebook tends to not get as snarled up if you do it a couple of days in advance rather than trying to do it the same day of the event. So let's say this is a 2-week event, and it's going to run from the 15th, because today's the 13th, and let's say we're going to start it at 12 p.m. Just type that in, and now it gives you the option for an end time. So you click on that and it'll give you another date box. So we're going to extend this out to the end of June 30th. Now this is something I learned doing my event. When you're selecting the end time, you need to make sure that you abide by the times that Facebook gives you. Otherwise, it will not hold this event. So you cannot make an event go until 11:59 p.m. because watch what happens. 11. If I put in 50, it'll go to 55. That's the latest you can do. If you try and put in 59, it won't hold it. It'll erase the end time. So when your event comes, it'll start at noon, and it'll just end at like 2 o'clock, because Facebook just assumes, I don't know why they do it that way, but it doesn't hold that time. So it just assumes instead of a long 2-week event, it's a 1 day, in the afternoon kind of event. Okay, and then guests and friends. This is the people who you want to be able to see. Again, if you're doing it at someone's house, you want it to be people invited by a host or a guest. This is about as big as you want, as big as you want it to be, because you want to be able to control who's seeing the event information and their address. So, if you're going to come and you're going to bring a friend, then that's fine that they have the address, but it's not okay to just put it out publicly. But for an online event, you definitely want to do it public. Anyone on or off Facebook. The reason you want to do this is because, sorry if the thunder's distracting you. It's summertime and we're getting storms. But the reason you want to set it public if it's an online event is you'll have people who are on your friends list that will say, yes, I'm attending. And when they say, yes, I'm attending, it shows up on their timeline for all of their friends to see. And I've actually had people come in that I didn't know who they were, and I was trying to figure out who they were, and then I saw we have one mutual friend in common, and it was a friend that decided they were going to, quote unquote, attend the online party. So you definitely want to set it to public so that you can have the most amount of people seeing it. Okay, so let's see if I can add it here. Yeah, okay. So let's go ahead and create the event. And this is your event screen here. So you can add an event photo. And I'm going to, let me do it. Just so you know, these are photos that, like, if somebody takes pictures at the event and they post them to the event page, they'll show up there. This is my photos on Facebook, so it's only pictures that you already have on Facebook. So I actually kind of like this one. This is the Skyline in Dallas when we were there for the convention. This was where we stayed, which is really cool that they. We knew they were doing it. We could see it, but we just couldn't, we didn't see it from a distance. So, I mean, it was huge on the skyline of Dallas, which is very cool. Okay, so you want to click, before you do that, you can adjust it up and down. If it was longer, you could slide it back and forth. So basically, you just get it like you want it and then hit Save Changes. It'll give you the date here. Now, how you would host it with another person, like a lot of people have asked, like, okay, I'm going to have my Tupperware friend do a party for me, and I'm going to do one for her, but I don't really know how to work that out. So what you do is you create the event on your page, and then you go to the hosting button. Let's see if it's going to let me do it. It's not going to let me do it. Okay. Well, I'll talk about that in a minute because I think I may have to do this step first. Okay, so you're going to choose your friends who are coming, and I'm going to choose, you can type them in or you can go through and select everybody. I recommend selecting everybody, all of your friends. They'll love you for that kind of thing. But people get events all the time, invitations all the time, so don't feel like you're going to just constantly be overwhelming people. People are going to respond to what they are interested in, and the more they see it, the more they're likely to respond. So I'm just going to select my mom right now because I want to use her in an example, and I'm hoping that's very interesting. Okay, so here it is. This is what I was looking for. Let me show you how I got there again. Okay, so I want to add, remember we were talking about how to add a friend or to co-host an event with like the Tupperware lady. So once you've got this done, you can go into edit, and this is going to open up your that big long box that we had before. You want to make sure that all of your time's held, because remember, like I said, sometimes if it's not the right format, it'll kick it out. So you want to make sure everything is still there. And then in hosts, you can write the names. You can start typing names of your friends, and it'll give you this list. And then you can select who is going to host the event. So you would just select the person who's your Tupperware lady. You select her name, or guy who's doing whatever it is the guys do, energy sharing or whatever. So you select that person and you hit save. This can also work for your downline. You can do events with them like this as well, and it'll say like they'll be added as if they attend the event. So as soon as my mom sees that there's an event that I'm co-hosting with her, she can select attend the event, and her name will pop up here. It'll say hosted by Sarah Harris-Witt and Donna Baker Harris. So then this is really neat because when I go in to invite people, I can invite all of my friends, and then the Tupperware lady can invite all of her people. And I recommend that you both agree to do that, so that, that's how the party's gonna, the online party's gonna work. So, and again, you're not gonna be annoying people because they can click out of it if they want to. They don't have to continue to see your posts. But that's how you would do that. You would once you get everything set up, then you go to your choose friends, and I would recommend having everything set up ahead of time before you invite anybody, because you don't want people coming in and then having a whole bunch of changes made. So then you'll click there, and like I said, you can click on the box next to their name, or you can type their name in the top, and it'll give you all the choices. It's just like when you tag somebody in a picture in Facebook, it'll give you a list of people to choose from. And then once you've selected everybody, then you just click send here, and it will show you how many people you have invited, how many people have said maybe, and how many are going. Now once you've gotten an event set up, I recommend you pay real close attention to this number here, this going, because anybody who says that they're going to your party, you need to contact them, follow up with them, ask them a lot of questions, and see why they clicked on your event. They clicked on it for a reason. They're interested at some level, so you just need to make sure that you're interacting with them on a regular basis, and make sure also that you're asking them questions like, what are your goals? Like, are you trying to lose weight? Are you trying to deal with your diabetes? Like, are you trying to lower your cholesterol? those types of questions, because you don't want to just be like pushy. You want to figure out exactly why it is that they have been drawn to your event, and what you can do to help them. Just remember, like, we're helping people. We're not selling. That's just just a little hint. And basically, I think that's everything. That's pretty much how you can. Oh, let me show you this. There is an invite friends thing here as well. So for my event, a lot of people had a lot of questions and they wanted to see it, and which I don't mind doing that. It's a public event. I wouldn't have put it out there public if I didn't want people to see it. But a lot of people on the team wanted to see it. So if you have downline that you're trying to show how to have a how to host a party or what it's going to look like, you can add them here separately. So like, I didn't add a whole lot of Plexus people to my event originally, just because I didn't want to flood it with Plexus people, but people have been adding, and this is how I do it. Like, I just add friends. As I've been friending new people from Plexus who wanted to see it, this is where I put their name in. So that's how you would do that. And let me just click here. Okay, this is helpful if you wanted to send out reminders to people. Say, hey, don't forget to get your order in. Don't forget to do your social tools. Don't forget to use those. You can write. You can click there. If you want to promote the event, that's a paid promotion. So you could promote your event across Facebook for people who have, searched for weight loss or diet or diabetes. Like, Facebook tracks that, and it tracks their searches and other in the search engines, which kind of freaks people out sometimes. But that may be why your Facebook, you see ads that pertain to something you've searched for. So they're trying to do targeted ads. So if you type in, like, I have in a couple of scuba diving groups, and so every once in a while I'll type something about diving, and I'll end up, like, within 2 or 3 days, the next 2 or 3 days I'll see a lot of diving advertisements. So they try and really target it to that. So you can pay for advertising if you want. I recommend that you do that a little bit later. Like, you don't start out doing that, because you want to have a budget for that, because it can get out of hand pretty quickly. If you like doing your events and you want to do one every quarter, or you want to copy the same exact information into your friends event. So like, I have one that's scheduled for July. So what I'll do is I'll just copy this event. I'll select that, copy event, and it'll give you, it'll put every single thing right back in. You don't have to do anything except change the time, change the dates. So that's how you can very quickly and easily, you don't have to rebuild everything. It'll just add it right in for you. So that's really handy. And then okay, and then export event, I'm not entirely sure. Let's see what that is. Okay, so save to calendar. You can send an email. That's kind of a handy thing if you have a lot of stuff going on and you want to, like, if you're scheduling events like 2 to 3 months out, then you'll definitely want to export them to your calendar, just so that you don't forget them. Not that you would, because Facebook would remind you, but that way you can see it in your online calendar. That's what that is. All right, I think that is just about everything. And you can see your timeline, and you can post things here. You can post, and I do recommend posting, articles about the products, and about, post your website link again, because people are going to continually, the more activity you have, the more it's going to show up in people's timeline. So that's basically it for the event. I did want to show you just one more thing. So I have this little line here that's a free entry into the drawing for a 7-day trial pack. But what it does is you click on this and it goes to my business page. This is mine and David's business page, and so people will scroll down and it'll say like this page to participate. So then you click like, and the screen changes, you notice, and it gives you this neat little menu. And this is a Rafflecopter giveaway. So that's a program that is totally separate from Facebook, and I'll put a link in for it. I recommend that you just do the free account, because all of this that's in here you can do with the free account. So okay, so then we are going to go back to the Plexus party. And that's it. I hope that is helpful to you. If you have any questions, you can tweet me, you can write me on Facebook, you can email me. So whatever's easiest for you to ask questions. Facebook probably is the easiest. But if there's anything that I need to add to this, or anything that you didn't understand, let me know, and I will do what I can to help you. All right. Thanks.